Visual pathway lesions. As I discussed in the previous video of visual pathway, that the path of conduction of visual impulse from retina to the visual cortex is the visual pathway, and visual pathway can have lesions, means defect or damage, which cause visual field defects leading to anopia or blindness. In this video, I am going to talk about only that. But before discussing lesions, make sure you are clear with some points that will help in better understanding of visual defects. And that is, the visual field coordinates are opposite to the retinal coordinates. Light from temporal visual field is projected on the nasal retina, and light from nasal visual field is projected on the temporal retina, and same goes for superior and inferior visual fields. So from this you remember one thing, that visual field defects will always be opposite to the retinal or visual pathway fibers lost. Next is term scotoma. Now what is meant by scotoma? Scotoma is pathological blind spot, or can say patch of darkness or blindness in the visual field. Now we'll start the lesions one by one from anterior to posterior. So here is lesion number 1, that is of optic nerve close to the eyeball. And what happens when I have lesion at the optic nerve? For that I'll go step by step. First look for the fibers that are affected. So right optic nerve is going to have fibers from same side, and that are temporal and nasal fibers of right eye, which does not allow any information to pass through it, which ultimately leads to complete loss of nasal and temporal visual field of right eye, which is known as right anopia, where anopia means blindness. Lesion number 2 is at the optic chiasma, and to look for the affected fibers, follow the lesion anteriorly to the retina, and we found that nasal fibers from both the eyes are affected. So affected field will be opposite to the affected fibers, and that is temporal visual field of right and left eye, which is known as bitemporal hemianopia, where hemi means half, anopia means blindness, and bitemporal means both visual field in the temporal part. Lesion number 3 is at the proximal portion of the optic nerve or anterior knee of von Willebrand. Here look carefully for the affected fibers, and the affected fibers here are left ipsilateral fibers, that both temporal and nasal field of left eye, and right eye's inferior nasal fibers. So affected field will be complete left anopia with right superior temporal quadranopia, which is known as Trachére's junctional scotoma. Lesion number 4 at the lateral optic chiasm, and the fibers affected here are left temporal fibers and right temporal fibers. So affected field will be on the opposite side, that is nasal field of both eyes, which is known as binasal hemianopia, where hemi means half, anopia means blindness, and binasal means that both the visual fields is in the nasal part. Lesion number 5 at the optic tract. On the left side, the fibers affected are left temporal fibers and right contralateral nasal fibers. So affected field will be left nasal visual field with right temporal visual field, which is known as right homonymous hemianopia, where homo means same and nymous means side. Both eyes field defect are on the same side, that is to the right. That's why it is known as right homonymous hemianopia. Lesion number 6 is at the temporal lobe optic radiations. on the left side that carry inferior fibers, and this is the important point here to note that these optic radiations or Mayer's loop have fibers only from inferior quadrants. So the fibers affected here are left inferotemporal and right inferonasal. So affected field will be left supranasal field and right supratemporal field, which is known as right superior homonymous quadranopia and also called as pie in the sky defect. Lesion number 7 is at the parietal lobe optic radiations on the left side that carry superior fibers. Remember, only superior fibers. So the fibers affected are left supratemporal with right supranasal fibers, and affected field will be left inferior nasal field and right inferotemporal field, which is known as right inferior homonymous quadranopia and also known as pie on the floor defect. Lesion number 8 at the optic radiations, including both superior and inferior fibers on the left side. So the fibers affected are left temporal fibers and right nasal fibers, and affected field will be left nasal visual field with right temporal visual field, which is known as right homonymous hemianopia. Lesion number 9 is at the posterior tip of the visual cortex on the left side, and we have already seen in our previous video that how fibers are arranged in the visual cortex, as most central fibers go in the most posterior part of the visual cortex. So if the posterior tip of the visual cortex will have any damage, then macular field will going to affect. So in this particular case, field defect will look like this and known as right homonymous macular defect. And what if damage occurs in the posterior region of the visual cortex covers both right and left portion? Then visual field defect cover the whole macular area and will be known as macular anopia. Lesion number 10 is at the anterior portion of the visual cortex on the left side, leaving the tip of visual cortex. Remember, we are leaving here the tip of visual cortex which covers macular portion. So this type of lesion will have field defect with macular sparing and will look like this, which is known as right homonymous hemianopia with macular sparing and also called cookie cutter defect. So till now, with this and the previous video, we know the visual pathway and the lesions and their effect on visual field. Hope this will help you. Thank you for watching.